Okay, welcome everybody to the Two-Way Street Coffee House. Yeah. Thanks for coming out tonight. This is a very, very special night as part of our local artist showcase because we can't get enough of the awesome talent in the Chicagoland area. We are welcoming collectively known as the Zoom Tribe, and you'll hear more in just a few minutes. But I want to welcome you all tonight and participating in the wonderful tradition that is this room. There has been live music in this room every single Friday night for 54 years. Wow. Yes. Really, really great, yes. So a lot of wonderful music has been played in this room, and it's just a wonderful, magical place to be. It is a listening room, so we ask that you do not have your conversations while the artists are playing, because we love to listen to their music and show appreciation and respect to them. And if you could also please, please, please turn off your cell phones, because it's really loud when it rings in here. So it would be really great if you could do that. I think that's all I have to say for right now. I would like to introduce to you Mr. Jim Gary, who is a very wonderful musician and friend to the Two-Way Street Coffee House, and he is going to properly introduce the Zoom Tribe.
Thanks, Jennifer. All right. The Zoom Tribe started about 5 years ago during COVID when this group of singers, songwriters, and musicians started meeting once a week on Zoom. They've been doing that for almost 5 years now. And recently they've gotten out and met in person and have done some jam sessions, and they got out and did a couple of benefit concerts. And tonight is no exception. All of the proceeds from tonight will be staying right here at the Two-Way Street Coffee House. So let me introduce the band. We have Ann McIntyre on piano, Rick Veras on fiddle, Val Leventhal on guitar, Lance Brown on guitar, Patrick Reninger on harmonicas, and poet extraordinaire. So, all right, I think we're ready to start. Kick it off.
All right, I'm up. Well, this song is somewhat autobiographical. As Jim Gary says, Annie, this should be your ought to biography, and you'll see why. Sun on my head, dog on my tummy. Don't want to move, we're way too comfy. Couple couch potatoes, it's true. Happy to have nothing to do. Flies are buzzing round the kitchen sink. Well, I should do the dishes, I think, but there's a song swirling in my head, and I start playing the blues instead. Been a while since I first woke up. I put some coffee in my whiskey cup. noon and I ain't dressed. Could use a shower and my hair is a mess. Don't want to climb no corporate ladder, 'cause it don't matter to me. Lacking goals and ambition if I don't clean my kitchen. I'm sitting playing the blues all day. All I wanna do, and I gotta say, from my particular point of view, well, it ain't nobody's business that I do. Go, Rick. There's a tune tugging at my ear, and I'm a scullery maid, balladeer. Best laid plans are soon forgot, and I'm playing boogie-woogie, and I can't stop. Dust bunnies dance the boogaloo. Spider webs join in true. Well, there's no good housekeeping seal of approval, they'll say, for sitting playing the blues all day. I'm sitting playing the blues all day, all I want to do. And I must say, from my particular point of view, well, it ain't nobody's business that I do. From my particular point of view, well, it ain't nobody's business that I do. And that's the truth.
Okay. I have a lot of different kinds of songs, a lot of different styles. This one happened after binge watching some Ry Cooder videos for a weekend. And I found this kind of rhythm, and Annie and Patrick are going to help me on it. I don't need to live forever, and it's certain that I want to float light as a feather until the day I don't. Want to float light as a feather till the day I don't. Well, you can struggle toward nirvana, work the hardest that you know, or you can just release your karma with an act of letting go. You can just release your karma with an act of letting go. And surrender is the key to your personal liberty. Reality is not on TV. That's just a fantasy. Annie. And if God is really dead, I think it all will turn out fine, 'cause I've been walking hand in hand with the divine. I've been walking hand in hand with the divine. your personal liberty. Reality is not on TV. That's just a fantasy. Pat Reninger. So I'll keep following my bliss, and I'll keep dancing down the trail. I've been looking for my truth, but there are more than 7 veils. I've been looking for my truth, there are more than 7 veils, and surrender is the key to your personal liberty. Reality is not on TV. That's just a fantasy. Surrender is the key to your personal liberty. Reality is not on TV. That's just a fantasy. Thank you. Annie McIntyre and Patrick Reninger.
Okay, well, I don't know if you've noticed, but we have a new leader for our country. Have you noticed that? Yeah, well, and I am a little uncomfortable because I feel like some of his ideas are kind of extreme, you know, and so I've been having these dreams lately, and nightmares to be. And as musicians and songwriters do, you put your dreams into song. You know, you have a good dream. And that's what I've done with this one. Ready, Annie? 1, 2, 3, go. Well, I had a crazy dream just the other night, a dream just as bizarre as could be. The president, he came upon the TV screen. He says, now everybody listen to me. I'm fed up to my ears with the commies and the queers. Bambi lovers beat down my door. I've heard it all before and I ain't taking any more. This time I declare a state of war. And he said, nuclear whales, nuclear whales, nuclear whales, nuclear whales. I said, nuclear whales, nuclear whales. Everybody, nuclear whales, nuclear whales. They are the undesirable elements polluting our environment. Nuclear whales, yeah, reactors we constructed just for energy for you, and you whine about the nuclear waste. And when we burn the coal for the electricity, you bitch about the soot on your face. Your life is automatic, but still you get dramatic, cause the salmon can't get over the dam. Be it hydro or atomic, it's purely economics. We supply and you demand and demand and demand and demand. So we drilled a little well, it blew its little top, and there's a little oil on the ocean. We're saving you money every time you take a swim. No need to purchase suntanning lotion. But every time you take a drink, you go and raise a stink about a little acid rain in the glass. And your boring little spiels about the little baby seals. Man, you're a classic pain in the ass, and that's why I say, nuke the whales, 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 nuke the whales. They're the undesirable elements polluting our environment. Nuke the whales. And I got a 4-point plan, and it goes like this. First we cut down all the trees so the birdies cannot hide, since they're a major source of pollution. Putting into all that chirping and pooping in the lakes, and that's only a partial solution. Yeah, fish are gonna swim, but we gotta do them, and they insist on having sex in the water. And all those critters should be banned from walking on the land. But before we do, I really think we ought to stick it to the whales. Nuke the whales, 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 nuke the whales. They are the undesirable elements polluting our environment. Nuke the whales. You know, I woke up in a sweat but got a hold of myself. I realized the dream was just nonsense. But just to make sure, I turned on the TV set to watch a presidential news conference. He said folks are getting angered because species are endangered, but we love every bear and every bunny. You mustn't be alarmed, we don't mean nobody harm unless they interfere with making money. Then we nuke the whales, 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 nuke the whales. They are the undesirable elements polluting our environment. Nuke the whale. Yeah, they are the undesirable elements polluting our environment. Feel much better now.
In only 3 years, 362 days.
But who's counting?
Right, we all are.
I need a 4-year calendar that you can pull off a page at a time,
Exactly.
just so I can burn it.
Sage each one, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Please.
So there's a member of our Zoom tribe who is not here this evening. Actually, a couple people, Scott Wills, and also John Dorado. And this song was written with and about John. And it happened, he was playing a gig, and the owner of the club said, you know, stop by and talk to me afterwards. He thought, cool, you know. So he got done playing, and he went over to talk to her, and she was surrounded by a bunch of youngsters that we call younger versions of ourselves. But he waited around, thinking that she was going to, you know, offer him another date. And finally she called him over, and he thought, cool, cool, you know, I got another gig. And she looked over at him and said, nice shirt. So this song is called Nice Shirt. A nice shirt, that's right. I like your style, and that hoodoo, you do, baby, makes me smile. Put your Ray-Bans on, babe. Come on, strut your stuff, 'cause when you bring it on home to me, Papa, you know I can't get enough. Going down to the roadhouse, we're gonna have us a time. We're gonna shake it, break it, move it down the line. Nice shirt. Nice hat, Let's play some blues, or maybe a little bit of boogie-woogie. Hope you brought your dancing shoes. Guy playing pool in the corner, gonna be tapping his toes. And that crowd out on the dance floor will be here when the bar gets closed. Going down to the roadhouse, we're gonna have us a time. We're gonna shake it, break it, move it on down the line. Nice hat, Play something nice here, Pat. Patrick. Nice shoes. Play me some walking blues. You know, you make me want to stomp my feet and get into the groove. I'm gonna buy you a glass of whiskey. Turn you loose. 'Cause this old bar on the edge of town could use a whole lot more of you. More slide in the roadhouse. Having us a time. We're gonna shake it, break it. Move it down the lines, nice shoes. I like your shoes. And your hat? Well, I'm not so sure about the hat. Looks like somebody sat on it on the bus or something. But your shirt, I'm telling, that shirt, is that purple? Nice shirt.
Okay, time for our literary moment here. All right, there we go. The thing about the Zoom tribe, we've been getting together since March of 2020, and every time we show up, we drink a little bit at home. We don't have to drive. It's a really good idea. It's probably the most responsible drinking you can do. You just can't, fall out of bed, and that's pretty much it. But you have to come up with something new to do. So Annie didn't start writing songs before. I mean, she wrote some lyrics, but she's writing songs. And every time I get to pretend I'm an English teacher, and I read poems. Some of them are mine, and I don't have to grade them, and I don't have to explain what any of this crap means. I could just read it, and these people want to listen to it. And that's what's so wonderful about our Zoom tribe is you could just kind of be yourself, and you live long enough, you realize that's kind of rare, where you could just be yourself. So that's kind of why we're together. Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing. I wrote this poem back in, I think, 2019 when we had a similar president in the White House, and I spent a lot of time shouting at the radio, which I've kind of been starting up again. So this is a poem about the electoral process, and it's called Horse Thieves. Worshipping the wisdom of a well-reasoned decision, we cling to myth. Form orderly rows in civic halls, enter the sanctity of a cloistered booth, and hope a benevolent statesman, a diplomat of virtue and vision, will appear on the ballot in glowing letters. Yet our choice feels more random than ordained. A chalk-smeared blackboard of the day's specials, an endless compromise between zealot and cliche, as inspiring as jockitch. Seduced by sound bites of migratory hordes, enticed to defend the fiefdom from falling property values. Why anoint his king, the horse thief, trampling the harvest astride his stolen steed? If our precious vote is for auction to the richest liar, if our focus is a mere Yelp review away from contentment, what's the point? Let's scrap the civic experiment, forge through a stack of moldy yearbooks, and recruit as monarch a student council president whose glee clubs, smile, and extracurricular activities predestine their right to govern. Preferable to anarchy and tyrants, periodic civic engagement on the first Tuesday of November is frequently ineffective. Maybe our choice is not for a candidate, a subsidized public servant, or the year's most marketable rebel, but for a cause, a lost cause, a warm washcloth for a dirt-smeared face, or an overdue payment for a planet in need of a tune-up. And when we're too exhausted, when bowling or a 2-pound bar of chocolate is more desirable than rioting, alone with only silence, we must dream of the world we deserve and let those thoughts flicker, flare, and burn like a wildfire.
Wow. This is a song about losing someone you love that I wrote. And I'm just gonna let the song speak for itself. Days are short and the nights are longer. I've been down, but I'm getting stronger. Every hour that passes moves me along. No, you're gone, but it's still not real to me. Like a dream is the way things feel to me. Trying to find my way forward in my song. Oh, but what I want to know is why you had to go and leave me behind. Oh, this is gonna take some time, like making a fine red wine, yeah. Soon the ground will be cold and white. Gonna make my way toward the light. I can see by the love still shining bright. Grateful I had a friend like you. Souls like yours in this world are few. With a mind so sharp and a heart so true. But what I wanna know is why you had to go and leave me behind. Oh, this is gonna take some time, like making a fine red wine, yeah. My hands are cold. Even though we can't be together, you will live in my heart forever. I can feel you here helping me weather the storm. All the pages we wrote may yellow. You will still be that special fellow through the years as the grief grows mellow and worn. Still I'm gonna wanna know why you had to go and leave me behind. Oh, this is gonna take some time, like making a fine red wine, yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Well, Before I came to Chicago in 1981, I was living in Maine. And I lived in a cabin in the woods of Maine, cut my own wood, hauled my own water and all that stuff, and I ran into a lot of people from Maine. And they were very interesting. In particular, a friend of mine was Lucas Diva. Lucas Diva was a farmer. He had a place in a big barn out back. And one day, he looked out on his yard, and there was a moose that had been wounded by a hunter. He took the moose into his barn, and he dressed its wound, and then he got an idea. He went out to the road, and he put up a sign that said, "See the moose, 10 cents. Special family rate, 15 cents. Well, before too long, there was a fella in his family that came up from New York. And the man had a cap, ball cap on backwards. He had a Bart Simpson t-shirt, Bermuda shorts, black socks, and penny loafers. And his wife was wearing a muumuu. And he had 3 kids that were running around making all kinds of mischief and trying to get him settled down. And he came to Lucas, and he offered him the 15 cents. And Lucas just looked at it, and he gave it back to him and said, "Mister, it's a darn sight more important for my moose to see your family than it is for your family to see my moose." And that's where this song came from. Now the moose don't hurt nobody. Well, maybe just 1 or 2. And he won't keep you up late at night like the wolves and the coyotes do. He just stands knee deep in the water and he chews. And he's got a face so ugly, he's just got to have the blues. People, please have pity on the poor old hunting moose. Now, man has been a hunter ever since day one. And if he's out there hunting, all the animals gonna run. All the animals from Fort Kent to Kennebunkport. Except for the moose, 'cause he's too dumb. He just stands right there and stares into the barrel of your gun. Now, if you are a hunter and the moose becomes your prey, just look around on the ground until you found the spot where the moose duties lay. Then you sit right down and wait. He comes the same way every day. He's so blind he'll never see you, and you can blow that moose away. Yeah, you can blow that moose away. Yeah, he's so blind he'll never see you, and he can blow that moose away. Come on, Pat, blow that moose away now, come on. Okay, Rick, your turn. And now mountain lions are crafty. They know just what to do. Before too long, you'll find that mountain lion is hunting you. And grizzly bears, well, they got mean dispositions too. And that ain't saying nothing about that old African gnu. He's got these long, sharp horns, and he'll try to run you through. But the moose is an easy target, just like me and you. He's just living day to day, trying to make do. And he don't need no hunters coming around committing moose abuse. Yeah, he's got a face so ugly, he just got to have the blues. Oh, people, please have pity on the poor old hurting moose. I said, people, please have pity on the poor old hurting moose. Yeah, Rick. Pat. Great. Thanks.
Okay, they want me to sing a song, so I guess I will. I'm pretty sure I'm parked on a one-way street, so I don't quite get the name of this place. This is a song by Stonewall Jackson, and it's in the key of E,
Thank you.
just in case there's any discrepancy on the paperwork.
You can't get good help these days.
I'll turn off my tuner, that way I won't be distracted by notes. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Well, I was born in Macon, Georgia. They kept my daddy in the Macon jail. My dad said, son, if you keep your hands clean, you won't hear them bloodhounds on your trail. But I fell in with bad companions. We robbed a man in Tennessee. The sheriff called me up in Nashville. He locked me up, threw away the key. Help us out, George. I washed my hands in muddy water. I washed my hands, but they don't come clean. I tried to do what my daddy told me. Well, I must have washed my hands in a muddy stream. Lance. Keep it clean, Pat. The jailer, when's my time up? He said, son, we won't forget. And if you learn to keep your hands clean, we might make a good man of you yet. Well, I couldn't wait to do my sentence. I broke out of the Nashville jail, and I just crossed that line to Georgia, and I can hear them bloodhounds on my trail. I washed my hands in muddy water. I wash my hands, but they don't come clean. I tried to do what my daddy told me. I must have washed my hands in a muddy stream. I tried to do what my daddy told me. I must have washed my hands in a muddy stream.
Okay, so I was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky, so I can say this is a song I wrote that I have a right to write. Louisville, of course, is a big city. It's not country, but I have listened to a lot of bluegrass growing up, so here it is. And I think a lot of people are helping me on this one. Rick's gonna take some, and Annie's got some, and Patrick will get in there where he can. You ready?
Sure.
No matter how far I roam, you're my Kentucky home. Bluegrass growing on the hill, redbird flash in the morning chill, calling of a whippoorwill, my Kentucky home. Fire burning warm and bright, crickets sing all through the night, stars they cast a lovely light on my Kentucky home. No matter how far I roam, my Kentucky home. No matter how far I roam, my Kentucky home. Blazing hot beneath the trees, praying for a summer breeze, listening to the honeybees, my Kentucky home. Dancing of a thoroughbred, breeze lightning when she takes her head, where angels never fear to tread, my Kentucky home. No matter how far I roam, my Kentucky home. No matter how far I roam, my Kentucky home. Rick Vera. Spring so sweet and mild, and the way my mother smiled. Steel guitars and fiddles tune underneath the harvest moon. The dancing will be starting soon in my Kentucky home. Greens and ham and sweet cornbread, good whiskey goes right to my head. Please bury me there when I'm dead in my Kentucky home. No matter how far I roam, my Kentucky home. No matter how far I roam, my Kentucky home. No matter how far I roam, my Kentucky home. No matter how far I roam, you're my Kentucky home. Thank you.
You gonna get up there?
All right, here's another one. This is the last song, I believe, of the first set. Am I right about that? Okay. It's a song I wrote that kind of fits the moment. Do that again, Annie. Because I was so tired of listening to all the doom and gloom. And this happened. You can believe the sky is falling. You can believe the worst will come. You can believe, but will it help you carry on? You can believe your number's calling. You can believe your day is done. You can believe, but will it help you carry on? Every good dream you can refuse. You can believe you were born to lose. Believe what you choose. But what about it can you use? Yeah, You can believe the story's ending. You can believe your time is past. You can believe, but will it help you carry on? You can believe hope is pretending. You can believe the die is cast. You can believe, but will it help you carry on? Every good dream you can refuse. You can believe you were born to lose. Believe what you choose. Oh, but what about it can you use, Patrick? Lance. You can believe the sun is dying. You can believe the worst will come. The end is near, you can believe, but will it help you carry on? You can believe there's no use trying. You can believe these things you fear. You can believe, but will it help you carry on? Every good dream you can refuse. You can believe you were born to lose. Believe what you choose. Oh, but what about it can we use? Everybody, you can. You can believe, but will it help you carry on? You can believe, but will it help you carry on? Will it help you carry on? Will it do us any good? Whoa. Thank you very much. The Zoom Tribe. Stick around, there's another set.
Ooh, you guys, it's cold outside, but it's hot in here. Fantastic. All right, we're going to take about a 15-minute or so break. The bathrooms are down the hall and on the left, and now's a great time to refill your drinks and snacks, and we'll be back.
And that is not something I want to
That's
look at.
appetizing.
No.
But is it like real worms?
Yeah.
That's not exactly appetizing.
All right, these are the flowers. Okay, all right. Oh, the food. It is a cute town.
It is a cute town. It is a really cute town.
I mean, it was cooking.
Not at all.
I turned the game down to turn on the because it was like any shortage and I had a 2 hour every day. But
Jim lives in Albuquerque.
like back up, so the volume didn't change. It just
The volume was okay. Did they say the volume was okay? What did he say about the volume?
No, we didn't like it. We made some adjustments, but it shouldn't have affected me. But I thought my ear, how do you feel like your ears pop?
Well, and we don't have like monitors,
We do, but they're aimed at
but
this
they're going that way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's not monitoring the speakers. You're averaging like 20 people online watching.
Really?
There's 16 on there now waiting for the
Hey,
same.
this is amazing.
So our crowd is online.
Yeah.
That's our Chicago folks. Yeah, I don't blame them. Right. I know it's cold out. I just hope the sun is
Exactly.
You know,
It was, I looked at the one last week and it was
sound quality.
Joel's on the sound.
It was fine. I mean, it was just
What
one
do they have
guy.
to eat? I see them eating Cheetos.
They got chips and cookies.
Or would you eat, Gio?
You're going to be up there, right?
I am, yeah. I have to get my guitar over there.
So maybe I can.
I gotta get up.
Yeah,
Are you thinking get up?
We're going back there anyway, right?
Yep, I just have to get up. Ooh. But I'm gonna switch over to this other chair.
Oh, you're not going to go to the piano yet?
Not yet. That bench is beginning to really.
You're not going to the piano?
Not my fan yet. Well, when we're ready to go, are we ready to go?
Yeah, we're getting ready to go. I'm gonna sneak by you.
I'm going to give the guy a couple bucks just because. For serving me, because I'm not buying anything. It's just, you know, I always do that. I'm going to go get some more tea. But we got to check.
Oh, okay. Great. I love playing drum.
What's the first song?
My friend here is Satis and then Barb.
Oh, Barb is Waker.
Yeah, but you got a solo on Satis.
I'll be up for the first 4.
get started again. Before we start another wonderful set with the Zoom Tribe, I'm going to talk a little bit about things that are coming up. Next week in this very room at the very same time, we're going to have Dave Rudolph. He's fantastic local artist. Yeah, he has like 45 albums. I mean, he's absolutely amazing, one of our favorites, so we welcome him. And then the first week of February, we have Michael Miles, who is also another wonderful local artist. You're not going to want to miss that. We have sing-arounds and song circles in this room as well. And then we have, I was going to get there. But yes, we have a barn dance coming up on February 1st, so you're not going to want to miss that. Also, there is the 65th U Chicago Folk Festival coming up on February 7th and February 8th. So there's all kinds of flyers out on your tables, but also out on the racks outside, all the music here and events here and around all the wonderful venues, Acoustic Renaissance, Maple Street. So be sure to check all of that out, St. Tim's. But now we're ready.
No, we're not.
We're ready for, oh, we're not
Almost.
ready?
Actually, we're almost ready.
We're almost ready.
Somebody needs to get plugged in.
Oh. He's working on it. So we can thank our volunteers while we're waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Josh helping out at the counter. Joel is working away diligently as we speak on sound.
Cetus isn't plugged in.
Okay.
Am I? My guitar. My guitar.
Oh.
Well,
Guitar's not plugged in.
well, maybe I don't need it.
Maybe you don't. Well, let's try.
There's got to be another day.
Does Jim know this? Jennifer, does Jim know
We're
this?
working on it.
Yeah. But I don't have anything. I'm not cordage.
Okay.
Another mic.
A quarter-inch.
Or you
I-
could use this. You could use this. I'll step down. We could use this. We can trade places.
What was Rick on the first set?
Okay.
There's got to be more than one chord.
Well, I have a chord. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bear with us a moment, folks, and we'll be starting up soon. Jim is going to talk more about our new members to the stage that we haven't heard about, and we're going to get the sound fixed. So hang tight.
Or am I? Is Barton?
Do you want to use the this mic?
What's he use for Lance? Because Lance is mine. I knew that. Is there something Amy that was on there? Why don't you go look and see?
Is Barton and Cetus playing guitar at the same time?
No.
No.
So why does it Cetus use the?
That was my suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Switch places.
Okay. We gotta look. Lance, I'm gonna
Watch the chord.
direct that over.
There we go.
Voila.
Voila. That mic is too high.
Live music, let us know. Live music.
Okay. Hey. Oh yeah. Your mic.
Okay, live music. This is what happens. Well, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're supporting live music again. It's great. So, yes. All right, so we're here for Zoom Tribe Part 2. We'll just go through these again real quick. Ann McIntyre on piano, Rick Veris on fiddle, Cetus Buck, singer-songwriter on guitar, Barbara Smith on guitar, Lance Brown over there. Don't clap too much for him. And Patrick, of course, poet extraordinaire and harmonicas. And again, all the proceeds tonight are going to stay here at the two-way street. So if you're watching, you know, we got the tote board going up, you know, so keep those donations coming in. So, all right, are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
Hey.
Zoom Tribe Part 2.
Okay, I'm Cetus Buck, and you know it's so nice to see some familiar faces, many familiar faces of family and friends. Go Team Sapphire, and all the wonderful people. A shout out to all you live streamers too out there. I know you're out there. So, you know, it's been really lovely to be a part of the Zoom tribe. I'm a relatively new member. I'm not one of the originals, but they've been just so warm and welcoming and supportive of me and as a musician and person, and they're just all good people. Anyways, I'm going to be sharing some of my songwriting with you, and I'm going to start with a little ditty, a lively little ditty, and with a little boost from Pat Reninger and Rick Veras. This is called Not Till the Cows Come Home. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Mama's in the kitchen flapping them jacks. It's breakfast time at home. Carol Annie in the pantry getting down plates. Coffee pots hissing on the stove. Sadie at the table, quiet as a mouse with her fingers in the gravy bowl. Johnny helping Daddy, herding up the cows. No, eating till the cows come home. Oh, please come home. We're so hungry now. Mama in the kitchen flapping them jacks. No, eating till the cows come home. Oh, please come home. We're so hungry now. Johnny helping Daddy, herding up the cows. No, eating till the cows come home. Mama at the table, cutting up tomatoes. It's lunchtime at home. Carol Annie getting lettuce from the garden patch and picking some beans and corn. Sadie on the porch, armed with a fork, sneaking pickles from the pickle barrel. Johnny helping Daddy, herding up the cows. No, eating till the cows come home. Oh, please come home. We're so hungry now. Mama at the table, cutting up tomatoes. No, eating till the cows come home. Oh, please come home. We're so hungry now. Johnny helping Daddy, herding up the cows. No, eating till the cows come home. 'Cause it's the farmer's vow. Gotta finish up the chores before we sit down, no matter when or how. Every day, snow, rain, or shine, it's the farmer's vow. Patrick Reninger and Rick Veras. Mama in the kitchen frying up some chicken. It's dinner time at home. Carol Annie baking biscuits, butter getting whipped, mashing up potatoes. Sadie at the table, quiet as a mouse with her finger in the gravy bowl. Johnny helping Daddy, herding up the cows. No, eating till the cows come home. Oh, please come home. We're so hungry now. Mama in the kitchen frying up some chicken. No, eating till the cows come home. Oh, please come home. We're so hungry now. Johnny helping Daddy, herding up the cows. No, eating till the cows come home. Johnny helping Daddy, herding up the cows. No, eating till the cows come home. Johnny helping Daddy, herding up the cows. No, eating till the cows come home. Mama in the kitchen frying up some chicken. Hey, cows or no cows, let's eat.
Pull that mic closer.
We're gonna switch. All right, we'll switch back when you do your next one. So, a traditional song written in the 1850s, I guess, but some people think it's an earlier Scottish tune. And I have to thank Eva Cassidy for this arrangement. I am a poor
wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe, and there's no sickness, toil, or danger in this bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my mother. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I know my road is rough and rocky. I know my way is rough and steep, but golden fields lie just before me, where weary eyes no longer weep. I'm going there to see my brother. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. Play something. I am a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world alone, and there's no sickness, torn, or danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'm only going over home. Thank you.
He's got tiny.
Sorry, I was sleeping on the job.
This is a song, and it's in the key of A, regardless of what it says on the page. It's in the key of A. It's about a train. It's about a slow train. So I should say it's like a blues in A, but then it has a long D chord bridge. So I'm going to just set it up and sing it, and we'll see what happens, because we never know what's going to happen on this one, right?
We never know.
The Tennessee local is a slow-moving train. Folks in Tennessee, they never seem to complain. They like a slow ride, so they can see the countryside. The Tennessee local is a smoky little pokey little train. You never have to worry about her jumping the track. They oil her with molasses, that's what's holding her back. It's a slow train, but you can see the whole terrain. The Tennessee local is a smoky little pokey little train. She hugs along and chugs along an old rusty rail, stops at every hamlet to deliver the mail, slows at every curve, and when she comes to a bend, the engineer gets off and has a chat with a friend. You count the cows and chickens as you ride on your way, read the Burma shaped signs and understand what they say. It's a slow train, but you can see the whole terrain. The Tennessee local is a smoky little pokey little train. Play the blues, Annie. I'll do one. Chugs along and hugs along an old rusty rail, stops at every hamlet to deliver the mail. The boiler leaks, the engine squeaks, the springs are all loose, but the Tennessee local has a classy caboose. You count the cows and chickens as you ride on your way, read the Burma shaped signs and understand what they say. It's a slow train, but you can see the whole terrain. The Tennessee local is a smoky little pokey. The Tennessee local is a smoky little pokey. The Tennessee local is a smoky little pokey little train.
The inspiration for this next song came from writings about Alice in Wonderland. So I'm going to share some writing credit with Lewis Carroll and others. This is, I'm going to have a little help from Rick Ferris, and this is called Alice Said. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which way do I go from here? Alice asked the Cheshire Cat. No use going back to yesterday. I was a different person then. If you don't know where you're going, any road can take you, friend. As long as I get somewhere, Alice said. Alice went down the rabbit hole, bumped her head and bruised her soul. What a strange world we live in. How do you run from what's inside your head? Have I gone mad in this wonderland? What a strange world we live in. What a strange world, Alice said. The March Hare offered Alice more tea, but I've had nothing yet. So I cannot take more, Alice said. Mad Hatter quipped, you can take more than nothing, so you must mean you can't take less. No one asked your opinion, Alice said. Alice went down the rabbit hole, bumped her head and bruised her soul. What a strange world we live in. How do you run from what's inside your head? Have I gone mad in this wonderland? What a strange world we live in. What a strange world. Caterpillar, Alice blinked and shyly said, I knew myself this morning, but changed several times since then. It would be nice to roll the dice, for a change of things makes sense. The Queen of Hearts shouted, off with her head. Alice went down the rabbit hole, bumped her head and bruised her soul. What a strange world we live in. How do you run from what's inside your head? Have I gone mad in this wonderland? What a strange world we live in. What a strange world we live in. What a strange world we live in. What a strange world, Alice said. What a strange world, Alice said. What a strange world, Alice said.
No dancing, Lance.
No dancing on the stage. Can't help it. Patrick is up next.
I'm not.
Can you make it up there, Patrick?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a lot of wires.
All right, time for another literary moment. This poem, I wanted to include a poem that I wrote during the pandemic. And I kind of wrote this poem. Basically, if you're any kind of writer, it's all about stealing good stuff. So basically, for anytime I heard a good line of dialogue, whether it was from a story somebody told me, or I think one is a Yelp review. Anytime I heard a good line, I would just write it down, and I made a poem out of it. There's two people out that have passed that have said some dialogue. One is from Downers Grove. Her name is Christy Whitting. She left Downers Grove and moved to Kentucky. You'll probably figure out what line is hers by that description. And another one is a friend of mine named Floyd Gittleman. Not that this, anyway, here we go. I don't know if they'd be all that crazy about having these lines read on stage, but maybe if there's a heaven, then there's probably a big TV, and who knows. Anyway, this is called Random Lines for the Halftime Show, or How Did You Break Your Leg? Have you ever drunk so much you thought you could fly? Baby, I'd love to eat some of your raccoon, but I ordered Chinese. Sir, I'm trying to see the performance. Can you please remove your fez? I didn't mean to kill him. I just hit him in the head with a brick, and he didn't wake up. They told me someone who was armed picked up my food order. I get puked on almost daily. You know, there's so much more to life than just Scrabble. How can something that small produce so much shit? Tell the neighbors you have a science project and ask if you could borrow a fallopian tube.
All right, guys, I need you to scooch back over.
He's hung up.
It's a dance.
It's a dance. It's a dance. Seriously? There it is. Why does this happen? Why does this happen? Okay. So, this is a song that Susan Werner wrote, so she writes some wonderful stuff. You know who Susan Werner is? Yes, of course, of course, of course. Our evening together was magic. We had dinner and wine. You said, your place or mine? We woke up the next day in your bedroom. We had coffee and laughed, and a few minutes after you said, maybe it's time you meet Fred, my Polish lowland sheepdog. And then Fred, he jumped up on the bed, and as I patted Fred on the head, you kissed your dog on the mouth. That's when it all went south. That's when my feet hit the floor, and I walked out your door, for I could not unsee what I'd seen when you smooched your pooch and put your lips on his. That was and that is the end. But you followed me out to my Camry. You said, what's the big deal? You said, Fred, sit, Fred, heel. You said, dogs' mouths are cleaner than humans. I said, I have my doubts, because dogs put their snouts in their ass and eat crap they find in the grass. And that's how they get hookworms. And you cried and you got all upset. And I tried, but I could not forget. You kissed your dog on the mouth. That's when it all went south. That's when my feet hit
hit the floor, and I walked out your door, for I could not unsee what I'd seen when you smooched your pooch and put your lips on his. That was and that is the end. But you followed me out to my Camry. No, but, oh, I know. But I'll wander right up to the day of my death about that faint hint of kibbles and bits on your breath. You kissed your dog on the mouth. Why did you do that? Ah, we had a chance at love. We'll never get it back. For I could not unsee what I'd seen when you smooched your pooch and put your lips on his. That was and that is the end.
Thank you, thank you.
Is it you? Yep. Okay, you want to trade again? Go, move down. There you go.
Sorry, I have to retune my guitar here. And there is a reason. I guess I could give the explanation. Hope this is right. Yeah. Okay, there's a reason. I love my husband very much. I do. But I'm in love with someone else along with him. But he knows. He knows. I've been in love with Joni Mitchell since I was a forlorn teenager, pined up in my bedroom, pining for love. And I would listen to every sacred word that she sang, all those sacred words of struggle and vulnerability and passion and naughtiness, and that intoxicating voice in those exotic tunings, guitar tunings, and wrapped in beautiful ethereal melodies. And here it is, decades later, and I'm still in love. Nothing's really changed. So this is my love song to Joni. It's called Ode to Joni. I'm sorry, I'm a new. And Lance is going to join in on this one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woke up in a fall mood yesterday. Need a Chelsea morning to make me sway. In search of a river I could skate. Sunset pig champagne in a mermaid's cafe. Wanna sip a case of you. Languishing in fog and lonely pain. Friends come to help, but all in vain. My therapist tried, but did no good. There's only one thing that will work. One simple case of you. No, nobody else will do. Say to me, Joni, I love you. Only you can save me. Need me some blue. California, Jericho, you turn me on my radio. My old man's twisted, little greens raised on robbery. Last time I saw Richard was Woodstock in a big yellow taxi, a car on the hill. I'm a free man in Paris with Carrie, ladies of the canyon and a coyote. This flight tonight down to you, hissing summer lawns, less like this train. All I want is chord and spark, both sides now in the circle game. Help me. Lance Brown, dreaming northern lights and serenades, holy wine that'll make me misbehave. Give me French kisses on Main Street, some rock and roll to move my feet. Thank you, Lance.
I think I'm next. Is that right? I'm next. Yes. All right. Hey, we're switching around. Well, you notice we did whales, and then we did moose. I'm into animals tonight, and the reason that is because animals are delicate, and like us, they have emotions. We diminish the fact that these various animals care for each other. They love each other. It's very important that we understand and are sensitive to that. So this is a sing-along, and I will give you the lines. We're buzzards in love, yes sirree. Okay, we're buzzards in love, yes sirree. We belong to the hawk family. We belong to the hawk family. Very good. Though we smell like manure, of one thing we're sure. Though we smell like manure, of one thing we're sure. We're buzzards in love, yes sirree. That's right. We're buzzards in love, yes sirree. Okay, so I'll set it up with a nice little introduction here. Making circles in the sky, waiting for something nice to die. I think back on our lives and sigh. We've got each other. Other birds warble and other birds sing. Those birds that herald the coming of spring are calling us garbage disposals with wings. But we've got each other. Oh, how we dine as the meat decomposes. All kinds of creatures walk by, hold their noses. So ain't it exactly no bouquet of roses, but we've got each other. We're buzzards in love, yes sirree. We belong to the hawk family, we belong to the hawk family. Though we smell like manure, of one thing we're sure. We're buzzards in love, yes sirree. That's right. We're buzzards in love, yes sirree. The beauty of your naked head is emphasized by that cold, steely glare in those red, bloodshot eyes. Oh, I love how you shriek and those blood-curdling cries. Oh, darling, we've got each other. Remember that wino we found by the creek? We must have partied for nearly a week, laughing until the tears ran down our beaks. We've got each other, everybody, we're buzzards in love, yes sirree. We belong to the hawk family, though we smell like manure. Of one thing we're sure, we're buzzards in love, yes sirree. That's right, we're buzzards in love, yes sirree. Now this is the sensitive verse. Our relatives seem to get more every day. They laugh as they drag all the big chunks away. And as we get older, I've just got to say, oh darling, we've got each other. And when that day comes when we cannot compete with our arthritic wings and our tired, swollen feet, and when we ain't got nothing else we can eat, we've got each other. Oh, we're buzzards in love, yes sirree. We belong to the hawk family, though we smell like manure. Of one thing we're sure, we're buzzards in love, yes sirree. Oh, oh. We're buzzards in love, yes sirree. Yeah. The fellow ought to bring his dog around, and, you know, the buzzards and the dog would get along beautifully, you know. But yeah, we're dancing again.
Yeah, we're always dancing. All right, here's from buzzards to banking. All right, this is a poem about banking. It's kind of dated, but when you used to go to I won't mention the bank as if I have a corporate sponsor. But when you used to go in a bank, and if you didn't have direct deposit, they'd basically call you out and they'd send you to a room, and it was normally an attractive woman would try to encourage you to use direct deposit. And I had written this poem, and it was in my pocket. And if ever in your life you want to shut someone up and they ask you a direct question, like why refuse to sign up for direct deposit, you just say, I have a poem on that. Do you want to read it? And that was very effective. Well, to tell the truth, I had the wrong poem in my pocket. And so I gave her the wrong poem, and she was totally confused. But anyway, then I gave her the right poem, and this is called Why I Refuse to Sign Up for Direct Deposit. I possess an unconventional need to wait in line. Mistrust any reward bestowed without the presence of muzak and fake paneling. And I am euphoric when my personal banker charts the growth of my money market account with long flowing lines that climb like mountain peaks. The steel poles and blue velvet ropes used to herd customers toward the teller window delude me in imagining Clark Gable and Rita Hayworth processing my check. When a man in a black windbreaker brings 2 bourbon bottles full of coins to be counted, and jams the machine with a safety pin. When ahead of me in line, a goatee 19-year-old screams in a silver cell phone, berating his girlfriend, I realize that captivating theater is often inspired by the forced gatherings of ambivalent bystanders. In my 30 years of banking, I have patiently waited in the lobby, envisioning sex acts with nearly 300 female employees. While most of these couplings occur behind an office door, once or twice a year we wait until nightfall, unlock the vault, and roll around naked across a blanket of fresh bills like newlyweds in a leaf pile. If my bank visits could be calculated through cost-benefit analysis, if I could quantify the squandered leisure time, wasted fossil fuel, and deleted GNP affected from this antiquated errand, I would likely benefit if my meager earnings migrated across cyberspace to their FDIC-insured spawning ground. Yet I prefer to be old-fashioned, to enter familiar rooms and take my place among strangers, my moments deposited in small yet immeasurable sums.
We're going to rock out. Well, it's time to do a burner. Annie's going to have to count this off.
Alrighty, we're in A, right?
We're in A, right?
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. Well, you got ways of treating me so unkind. But like they say, I guess true love is blind. Sometime you're gonna leave poor me behind. But I got ways of making you change your mind. I'll buy your whiskey and your cigarettes, and I'll let you scream and shout. I'll rave about your cooking as they pump my stomach out. Yeah, every day I've got to swallow my pride. But that's okay, God knows I've tried. Come on now. Yeah, I'm gonna get along with your brother. He can park his bike out back. And I won't get mad and talk about the time that he wrecked my Cadillac. Yeah, 'cause one day he's gonna be taking his final ride. Yeah, and then I can say, God knows I've tried. Come on, Rick. Yeah, I'm gonna stop fighting with your mother. We'll be as happy as can be. And I'll let all 7 of your rotten kids fall in love with me. Yeah, I know you got a boyfriend on the side. Yeah, but that's okay. God knows I've tried. I said that's okay. God knows I've tried.
Annie Annie McIntyre
Annie
on
was
piano.
going there. She's hidden in the
Harris on
corner
violin.
there. You know, thank you, Rick.
That's
Thank you,
fun.
Pat.
So this is the last song in our set. That sounds good. So I spent a lot of years hanging out at the Old Town School of Folk Music. Yes, anybody? 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 Okay, yeah. So the last round of classes I took was taught by Eddie Holstein. I think he's not teaching anymore, but his brother, as you probably know, Fred Holstein, was like the Chicago rock god of folk music in the, was it the 60s? I guess it was. So Eddie taught me this song. And this is a sing-along. You all know it. You can sing along with me on the chorus. If I could play the chords right. This is a song for all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good people I'm thanking my stars for tonight. This is a song for all my companions who knew what I needed was something they had. Food on the table, a heart that was able to keep me just this side of sad. And this is a song for all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good people I'm thanking my stars for tonight. And this is a song for all the good travelers who passed through my life as they moved along. The ramblers, the thinkers, the just one more drinkers, each took the time to sing me a song. Here we go. And this is a song for all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good people I'm thanking my stars for tonight. And this is a song for all you good singers, the songs and the music, the jokes good and bad. We sang in the Zoom tribe with no competition, each knowing the other was a good friend to have. Here we go. And this is a song for all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good people I'm thanking my stars for tonight. Some helped in small ways, some helped me always, some cheered me on when I ran out of fight. Many a dear friend or a one-time-a-year friend, I know they would come if I called them tonight. Here we go. This is a song for all the good people I've known in my life. This is a song for all the good people I'm thanking my stars for tonight. People I'm thanking my stars for tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Let's hear it for the Zoom tribe, everybody. What a fantastic evening of music. I don't know if you guys know this, but nobody, and I mean nobody, gets out of the two-way street without an encore. Yeah, more. Let's hear it. Do we have one more song? Wonderful. Take it away.
If you insist.
Before you start, will you look at the camera and say hi to John?
Hi, John.
Thank you. John's watching.
Oh,
Cool, cool.
he's part of the tribe.
He is.
Oh, all right.
Oh, no.
That John.
That John, not that John.
Hey,
All right. Wish you were here.
But you were supposed to be here. That's all right.
Do we know him? Yeah.
There's another there's a sing-along.
Yes.
Everybody sing
Yes,
along.
another sing-along. You know this one. You guys know this one.
Needed.
Oh, am I starting over?
You are. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. I'm gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. 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 Sword and shield. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield way down by the riverside, way down, down by the riverside, way down, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. I'm gonna study, oh, no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. 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 Ain't gonna study the war no more. We're taking a solo here. Rick, go ahead. I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside, way down by the riverside, way down by the riverside. I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside. I'm gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Tag it. Ain't gonna study war no more.
Let's have a round for Two-Way Street.